And they were eating breakfast, and they were sitting at the window, and they were admiring the scene outside the window. They were eating puffed rice and honey, and talking about this and that, and the rules, and the village life, and, this and that. And as they ate, a drop of honey dropped from that puffed rice and fell onto the windowsill. "Oh, Your Majesty, let me clean that up for you," said the advisor. "The servants will come in later. That's not our problem. Don't worry about it." "Okay," said the advisor. And they continued to talk about this and that. But that honey moved. It kind of moved downhill, and dripped off the edge of that windowsill and fell with a plop down in the courtyard below. Well, a fly came and landed on that honey and began its own breakfast. But a lizard came out from underneath the castle wall and ate up that fly. Unfortunately, a cat saw that lizard, and the cat came over and attacked the lizard, and then a dog saw the cat, and pretty soon the cat and the dog were fighting back and forth, and the advisor said, "Your Majesty, look, there's a cat and a dog fight down there. Don't you think we should go down and break it up?" "No," said His Majesty. That's not a problem. Somebody else will deal with that." Well, pretty soon, the cat's owner came and started beating on the dog. And the dog's owner came and started beating on the cat. And pretty soon, the cat and the dog's owner were beating on each other. And the advisor said, "Your Majesty, there's two men down there. They're beating up each other. Don't you think we should send somebody to take care of it?" "That's not our problem," said the king. Well, before long, people came to see what the fight was about, And the friends of the cat owner took up for the cat owner, and the friends of the dog owner took up for the dog owner, and pretty soon there was a mob of people fighting down there in the courtyard. Your Highness, there's a mob now of people down there fighting in the courtyard. Don't you think we should, do something about it?" "It's not our problem. It's not our problem." Well, sure enough, before too long, the soldiers came in to break up the mob. But when they found out what the fight was about, well, they took sides too. And before long, the soldiers were involved in the fight, and then there was a civil war. Well, you know what happens in the Civil War. All kinds of people get hurt, and buildings get hurt and burnt down, and before you know it, the castle was in ruins. And there, in the middle of the rubble, stood the king and his advisor. And the king looked around at the ruined castle and said, "You know what?